When you're working with software, you will end up needing some kind of way to store a set of data, a list of data. For instance, if you are making a web shop, you need a list of products. If you are making a menu, you might need a list of different menu items, etc., etc. So you need some kind of way to have a grouped list of information. Now there are a lot of ways to do this in C#. We have the array, which I'm going to show you this lesson. We have a list, which I'm going to show you later on, and then we have dictionary, where we start getting even more complex lists out of the system. They all have different strengths and weaknesses. I'm going to talk briefly about some of them, but you can dive into it if you really want to dive into the theory behind this. You can go again and Google it and get a lot more information than what I'm going to give you here, because I just want to get you guys going with the lists and the arrays. So let's start out with an array. I need a list of 3 strings right here. I need paper, scissors, rock. Or rock, scissors, papers, if that makes more sense. You define the way you put them in there yourself. So what I do is pretty much, this is one way of defining it. I go in and I say I'm going to have a string array, meaning that it's going to be the type of string, but it's going to be a list of strings, an array of strings. So array is another word for list. It's going to be called words. So this is the variable name, right, that we just talked about earlier. We're going to say we want to create a new. Now the new keyword is a way for us to define that something new is going to be put inside memory. So we need to grab some space in the computer memory. So new keyword kind of says create a new area in memory for me to put stuff into, right? So it's like you allocating a new place in your brain where you want to save some stuff for now. So that's the new keyword. So we want to create a new string array, and we are saying we need 3 spots inside this array. We need 3 places inside the array. So what we're going to do now to actually get this array up and running, we're going to say words, and then we can say on location 0. So an array here is actually defined a bit differently than what you would expect, but they're saying this position is 0, this position is 1, and this position is 2. That's kind of how the array works. So the first position is always 0. You have to get used to that. Just get used to it. It's not going to change. Just get used to it. So on the 0th position, I want to add my paper, right? On the first position, let's just grab this and paste it a few times like this. On the first position, I want to add my scissor, and on the last position, the 3rd position, I want to add my rock. So now we've actually created an array with paper, scissors, and rock. Next time we're going to try and traverse the array to actually show that they are all there. But right now we can actually already do a console, write line, like this, and we'll say words to string. The toString command is going to try and convert whatever object you're holding and convert it into a string. And that's going to try and represent it somehow. Now this is not going to be pretty, but at least I'll know the object exists. And right after that, I'm just going to do a console, read line, sorry, just to make sure that the program just doesn't die on me right away. Let's try and run this just to see that we actually get something. Look, that's what it prints out. That's like, what? I can't use that. It just explains to me that what you have, the object that you're holding right now, is actually a string array. Thanks for the help. Next lesson, let's try and actually print something out. See you next time.